Hey everyone, welcome back. With FF7 Rebirth just right around the corner, literally releasing tomorrow, by the way, I'd like to share some thoughts with you guys, some ruminations that I've collected during my refresher playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake. So first of all, oh my goodness, let me just glaze over the gameplay, alright? Dude, the gameplay is insane. There's this seamless interplay between the action-packed real-time battle component and the slower, more methodical, more cerebral turn-based component. This is how it works. You build up your ATB gauge by using your normal attacks on enemies, or by waiting, though that takes a bit longer, and using that ATB gauge you can cast spells, trigger abilities, or use items, or you can command your party to do so on your behalf so you can play off of them. You can also assume direct control of them. And each party member plays absolutely differently from one another and favors certain playstyles based on who you control. And add to that another layer of complexity through the pressure/stagger mechanic, where specific abilities can be used or weaknesses of enemies exploited to fill up their stagger gauge, which, when filled, will cause them to get staggered and receive extra damage. This mechanic is executed brilliantly during boss fights, where each boss has a unique way of filling up their stagger gauge, resulting in every boss fight feeling like a combat puzzle that tests your knowledge and execution of the combat systems. I myself particularly enjoyed its implementation during the Hell House fight. Also, I love the fight because you fight a house. Now, all of these systems combine to form a sweet, succulent layer cake of a combat system, which has only been improved upon in Rebirth from what we can play in the demo. Now personally, I can't wait to delve into the new synergy abilities to see what kind of crazy, just game-breaking combos this system will allow us to pull off next. That's it for the gameplay block, but story-wise, I really feel like they cooked here, you guys. I mean, there are a lot of spinning plates that are being set up in alternate timelines, and like with the terrier on the chip packet, like by the end of the game I felt like I had more questions than answers. That sounds like a bad thing, I get it, but even with that being the case, it only serves to prod my imagination. One of my favorite facets of this whole remake project is that it's a very meta execution of the remake concept that I haven't really encountered in other games, where your expectations of the story, born of course from your memories of past FF7 related games or media, is at times respected and in other times subverted. At the conclusion of the story, it is revealed by Sephiroth himself that we are, and will be, partaking not on a remake per se, but something closer to a sequel.
Careful now. That which lies ahead does not yet exist.
As the repercussions of all the changes that have happened throughout the game collapse into a singularity from which the rest of the remake story, completely unknown to us, will unfold.
Destiny comes.
Now, this may mean that the story and the characters that we've known and loved for all of these decades, only two, I guess, they might change in irreversible ways. And, well, Aerith says that at the tail end of Remake.
We'll be changing more than fate itself. If we succeed, if we win, we'll be changing ourselves.
Thank you, Aerith. But that doesn't mean that the memories I have of those previous games are now erased from my heart, or in any way at all be rendered invalid. all of what these games made me feel and think about, and what they meant to me starting all the way back from Crisis Core and the PSP. All of these things are mine, and nothing can take that away from me. Not even the possible existence of a timeline hopping Sephiroth can take that from me. This reminds me of Nibelheim. You know, the place where all the wacky stuff that happens in it seems to center around the theme of erasure somehow. Starting with Nibelheim itself, right? Which was burnt to the ground in a freak accident, I guess. Cloud and Tifa's memories of the place, their loved ones, and their homes, all of that was taken away. And its erasure was made complete by Shinra literally rebuilding the village and inhabiting it with actors. And they're now being treated as strangers in the home that they saw crumble before their very eyes. Amidst all of that, they remember. They continue. They fight on behalf of those memories. And as fans, even with that looming over our heads, we know that there ain't no getting off of this train we're on. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you next time. Possibly tomorrow. I'll be at a Data Bits picking up my copy of the deluxe edition. I can't wait for Rebirth, you guys. I don't know if I'll be able to sleep.